Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to Moral Science class. We will begin today's class by a thought. You are your own most important resource for making your life work. Life rewards action. Until your knowledge, awareness, and understandings are translated into action, they are of no value. My dear children, life is not what happens to you. Life is what you make happen. We may sometimes relax and think that everything will come to us. So wake up and be wise. Today we are going to study the fifth chapter, Malakoff. Do you know, children, who is Malakoff? Malakoff is a very large, huge sized Newfoundland dog. Today we are going to study the story of Malakoff. He was a watchdog of the owner of a jewelry shop. He was very friendly with everyone in the shop, but he didn't like Jacques. Jacques was an apprentice. Whenever Malakoff sees Jacques, do you know what, children, he will do? He would bark at him. Do you know, children, why Malakoff bared his teeth when he sees Jacques? It is because Jacques did not like animals. So he kicked Malakoff one day. When Malakoff barked at Jacques, people laughed at him. So he decided to kill the dog one day. He also asked his friends' help. They planned to lead the dog to the river. Since Malakoff was actually a friendly dog, his friends could easily trap the dog by giving him some meat. They started to play ball with him. The owner of the jewelry shop did not notice as he was too busy. He did not notice that his loyal dog is playing with strangers. Chasing the ball, Malakoff moved with them. Slowly, the friends led the dog towards the river. By the time it was dark, it was also very cold and there was no one around. The friends tied a big stone around Malakoff's neck and threw him into the fast moving water. At first, poor Malakoff was very surprised. He did not know why they are doing this to him. Then he started struggling in water. The heavy stone was dragging him down. Do you think, children, what Jacques and his friends did is right? He began to fight for his life. He swam so powerfully that even with the stone, he managed to make it almost to the shore. Suddenly, he saw Jacques too in the water. Jacques did not know to swim. His friends did not see him falling in water. So his friends ran away. But Malakoff saw this. Malakoff realized that Jacques was drowning. The man gasped for air as he thrashed about in water. He turned and swam back towards Jacques, despite the heavy weight around his neck. Malakoff struggled with all his might to tread water with both the weight of the stone and the panicky man. The friends now realized that Jacques was not with them. They went back to the river bank. There they heard the cries of the drowning man and the weak barks of the dog. Quickly they jumped into the water and rescued the dog and the man. Once they reached the shore, Jacques felt sorry for what he had done to Malakoff. Jacques threw his arms around the Newfoundland dog and wept as he begged the dog's forgiveness. Did you like the story, children? What lesson did you learn from the story? In the story, Malakoff taught us all a very valuable lesson. He forgave the man who tried to kill him and rescued him. It is always very difficult to forgive others, isn't it, children? Especially the ones who hurt us, isn't it? Let us see the story of two
Two
friends.
friends were walking through the desert. At one stage in their journey, they had an argument and one friend slapped the other one in the face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, he wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found an oasis, where they decided to have a wash. The one who had been slapped got stuck in a mire and started drowning, but his friend saved him. After he had recovered from his shock, he wrote on a stone, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend who slapped and saved his best friend asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand and now you write in stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When someone hurts us, we should write it down in sand, where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must engrave it in stone, where no wind can ever erase it." And the moral of the story is, you should value those who you have in your life more than the things or your pride that you have in your life. Cherish your friendships and take care of them. This is Dare to Do Motivation.
Forgive one another. This is what we should do. Forgive one another, even as God has forgiven you. Forgive one another. This is what we should do. Forgive one another, even as God has forgiven you. 70 times 7. We should forgive one another. Sisters and brothers loving each other. We should forgive one another. Forgive one another. This is what we should do. Forgive one another, even as God has forgiven you.
Forgiving someone in due time is an invitation to love and save ourselves. It saves us from the pain and helps us to overcome the damage, to be able to grow, to become a better person, and appreciate what we have. So, children, forgive others and be a better person. With that, we come to the end of today's class. Thank you, children.